Okay. Hello, Internet. Welcome back to an episode of Pokemon Blue version. In the last episode, we made it through Viridian Forest and made it here to Pewter City. And our Pokedex has 12 Pokemon caught, and Charmander can't be caught, which makes that scene hurt. I actually caught everything in Viridian Forest as we were going through it, so I caught Weedle and Kakuna while I was grinding, and I caught Pikachu then too, so yeah, I didn't actually catch anything necessarily like between episodes. I am gonna go ahead and just deposit Pikachu in the PC real quick though, so I'll cut ahead to when I'm out of the Pokemon Center. Alright, so this time, we're going to be exploring Pewter City and seeing everything there is to do here. And I mean everything, there's not a lot to do here. There aren't many serious Pokemon trainers here. They're all, like, bug catchers, but Pewter Gym's Brock is totally into it. He's totally into the fact that there's no tough trainers around here, because that sounds weirdly opportunistic of him. Okay, we're gonna head to this house south of the Pokemon Center first, because it's the only thing really on this side of the city. Pokemon become easier to catch when they're hurt or asleep, but it's not a sure thing. Pokemon learn new techniques as they grow, but some moves must be taught by the trainer. True, but we haven't been introduced to that mechanic yet, so we'll ignore him for now. Did we even check this last time? It's trainer tips. Any Pokemon that takes part in battle, however short, earns EXP. That's true. And that's all it takes. Psst! Do you know what I'm doing? Yes. That's right, it's hard work. Okay, but I was lying, I don't actually know what you're doing. I'm spraying Repel to keep Pokemon out of my garden. I don't know why I'm whispering about it. Pewter City, a stone gray city. This is your garden? If so, why is the welcome sign just in your garden, and where is your house? He's like a gardening tycoon. He buys a bunch of land and then converts it into gardens. Okay. Did you check out the museum? I'm gonna say yes, because I know you're going to bring me there, and I don't want to go there quite yet. We're gonna head into the Pokemart. Good things can happen if you raise Pokemon diligently, even the weak ones. A shady old man got me to buy this really weird fish Pokemon. It's totally weak, and it cost 500 Poké-dollars. So, this Pokemart sells some new items that we couldn't buy before. Potions, they heal 20 HP, we've already gotten a lot of these just from finding them on the ground. Escape Rope allows you to instantly escape any cave or Viridian Forest. Or a couple houses because of oversights, but we'll show those when we get to them. And Awakenings, they heal a Pokemon to the sleep status. The way Pokemarts work in this game is each individual Pokemart has a different stock. It's not determined by how many gym badges you have, so unfortunately, this is all this Pokemart will ever sell. This system was changed in future Pokemon games to just depend on how many badges you have instead of each town having individual stock. There's a house next door to here that I didn't notice. Nidoran, sit! Oh, Nidoran, sit! Is that like a mini-game? Bobo! There's no way that thing's a Nidoran. That thing is taller than the player. Our Pokemon's an outsider, so it's hard to handle. An outsider is a Pokemon that you get in a trade. It grows fast, but it may ignore an unskilled trainer in battle. If only we had some badges. How strong is this Nidoran? Brock's badge allows you to control Pokemon up to level 20. I mean, spoilers, I guess, but, like, how strong is that Nidoran that that's an issue? Head over here, there's nothing we can do, but let's talk to the trainer that was near the Pokemart that was telling us about the museum. Did you check out the museum? No, I didn't. Really? You absolutely have to go. I'm gonna drag you there. I'm freaking out. It's right here. You had to pay to get in, but it's worth it. See you around. We don't have much in the way of funds right now. I spent a lot on Pokeballs and losing to Aiden a couple times, but that's fine. There's no hidden items up here, apparently. At least it doesn't feel like it. I didn't check every tile, but it's $50, 50 Poké-dollars for a child's ticket. Would you like to come in? I would. I believe the money in this universe is just called Poké, but I just don't know where to check that. These look like they should be interactable, but they're not. That's horrifying. Aerodactyl fossil, a primitive and rare Pokemon.
That is one magnificent fossil.
True. And Kabutops fossil, a primitive and rare Pokemon. Aren't they all? Heading upstairs.
We have a space exhibit now.
True, you do. Moonstone? What's so special about it? Moonstone? What's so special? I didn't mean to talk to him twice. Meteorite that fell on Mount Moon. Moonstone? What's so special about it?
July 20th, 1969! Nice! The first lunar landing! I bought a color TV to watch it.
That is when that happened. That's crazy. This game is almost 30 years old. Oh no. Okay, moving on from that horrifying realization. Hello? I want a Pikachu, it's so cute! I asked my daddy to catch me one.
Yeah, Pikachu soon, I promise.
That guy looks like a dick, he looks angry. I have a Pikachu, but you can't have him. He's mine. How did they fit a rocket in here? Space Shuttle Columbia. I'm actually curious if that's a real space shuttle. I'm gonna look that up real quick. Oh, yep. I'm sorry, I'm not brushed up on space knowledge. This is a very famous, it's a very famous space shuttle. It was constructed in the 90s, but in 2003 it exploded over Texas and Louisiana, killing every astronaut inside of it. So, maybe this didn't age too well. So it flew in space for the first time in 1981. It wasn't constructed in the 90s, it was constructed in the 80s. It was just a very famous space shuttle that, unfortunately, like, 8 years after this game came out, had a tragedy happen regarding it. Alright. I am learning things in this museum, but they're making me sad. That's all there is to do here right now. And all there is that's left in this city is the gym. We talked to this lady. It's rumored that Clefairies came from the moon. They appeared after Moonstone fell on Mount Moon. Cool. So, before we head in, I want to go ahead and show something that I forgot to mention. At level 13, Bulbasaur learned Vine Whip. This is a 40 power grass type move. Grass is a special type, which means it comes out of Bulbasaur's special stat, which is its highest stat, which is a good thing. I mean, its HP stat is technically higher, but that's HP is weighted weirdly. So yeah, Vine Whip is a pretty decent grass type attack, and it's gonna carry us through this gym. I wasn't expecting Bulbasaur to get as high leveled as it did at this point, so I am still gonna be using Butterfree here, but Leader Brock, the rock-solid Pokemon trainer. Let's head in. Hiya! I can tell you have what it takes to become a Pokemon champ. I'm no trainer, but I can tell you how to win. Let me take you to the top. No. It's a free service! Let's get happening! The first Pokemon out in a match is at the top of the Pokemon list. By changing the order of Pokemon, matches could be made easier. Okay, what if I say yes? Are you just gonna tell me again? Yeah, okay. He just said, alright, let's get happening, instead of come on, let's get happening. Stop talking to him! Okay. We have one trainer who is very easily skippable, but why would I skip this? Stop right there, kid! You're still light years from facing Brock! Junior Trainer wants to fight, or Junior Trainer Male specifically. Diglett. This is a Pokemon we cannot catch yet, but I don't know if there's much it can actually do. Well, obviously it knows Scratch, and Diglett's actually extremely fast, so its critical hit rate is pretty good, but I think Margarine can handle it. I really just want Margarine to get some experience in, because preferably Margarine will be level 12 before fighting the gym leader. scratch. Alright, Margarine took a bit of a beating from this Diglett. It was higher level than I was expecting it to be, but we are getting good experience from this just because it's a trainer battle. I am going to switch out to Hicket, though, because... yeah, I don't think Margarine can handle the rest of this fight. I love Sandshrews' old sprite. This is adorable. Despite the fact this is a Rock-type gym, that is not a Rock-type Pokemon, that is just a pure Ground-type. But trust me, it's a Rock-type gym. I don't know why, whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm leaving it after this to train up again anyway, so whatever. Not even a level up from that. Darn. Light years isn't time, it measures distance! That's iconic. You're pretty hot, but not as hot as Brock. Thank you? Pewter City Pokemon Gym, leader Brock. Winning trainers, Aiden. They're ahead of us. I'm gonna go ahead and go out to Viridian, well, to Route 2. The Pokemon will give you more experience on Route 2, but I'm gonna go ahead and train Butterfree up to level 12. You'll see why. I've already said why in the last episode, it's so it can learn Confusion. Margarine grew to level 12, which means Margarine learned Confusion! This move is genuinely really important to Butterfree in the early game, so yeah. It's good to be attacking using the special stat instead of the physical stat with a Pokemon like Butterfree. With that, it's time for our first gym battle. We have Butterfree at level 12, ready to use Confusion and nothing else. And Hicket at level 14, ready to use Vine Whip and one-shot whatever Brock might send out. Let's do this. I'm Brock. I'm Pewter's gym leader. I believe in rock-hard defense and determination. That's why my Pokemon are all the rock type. Do you still want to challenge me? Fine then, show me your best. And if you have any water types, don't bother. I can shield my rock type Pokemon by using my trusty frying pan as a drying pan. Brock wants to fight. And you can tell because he's shirtless and maybe he's jacked under there, you don't know. Brock sent out Geodude! Geodude is level 12, rock ground type, knowing the moves Tackle and Defense Curl. It's worth noting that Brock has 5 full heals for both of his Pokemon. Full heals can heal any status condition, so don't bother inflicting one. We're just gonna use Confusion right away. Luckily, these things don't have any same type attack bonus moves, and that's honestly why Brock is such a well-designed boss. Normal type moves will do next to no damage to Geodude, but Squirtle's Bubble and Water Gun are both 4 times super effective, resulting in a one-hit KO almost 100% of the time. Bulbasaur's Leech Seed can serve as a buffer and a slight boost to Tackle, along with Vine Whip also being 4 times effective if you've trained Bulbasaur to level 14. And both of his Pokemon having such low special stats that Charmander's Ember can still deal decent damage, along with the added chance of burning them. This gym is made to make you think about stats and the types of Pokemon and their moves. Onix is level 14, rock ground type, knowing the moves Tackle, Screech, and Bide. Screech is scary in conjunction with Tackle, but honestly, if Margarine solos this gym, that's fine, I'll take it. Bide has the Pokemon charge up for 2 to 3 turns and then strike back, doing double the damage that was dealt to it in those turns. So as you can see, Onix just isn't moving, but we're faster, so we win. Nice job, Margarine! Yeah, you deserve level 13 for that. You swept the entire gym. Hicket will have his own time. Or her own time. I don't know, Pokemon don't have genders, I get to decide them. I took you for granted. As proof of your victory, here's the Boulder Badge. That's an official Pokemon League badge. Its bearer's Pokemon become more powerful. The technique Flash can now be used anytime. Wait, take this with you. A TM contains a technique that can be taught to Pokemon. A TM is good only once, so when you use one to teach a new technique, pick the Pokemon carefully. TM34 contains Bide. Your Pokemon will absorb damage in battle, then pay it back double. Bide is not a very good move, but in the early game, go ahead and teach it to something, why not? I don't think either of my Pokemon can learn it, and I don't really want to teach it to either of them anyway, though. But of course, in Pokemon Yellow, Red also has to fight the gym leader.
I'm Brock. I'm Pewter's gym leader. I believe in rock-hard defense and determination. That's why my Pokemon are all the rock type. Do you still want to challenge me? Fine then. Show me your best, but don't bother bringing a water type because I'll use my...
Brock wants to fight with a different sprite that references the anime because Pokemon Yellow. Leads with Geodude, level 10, rock ground type, knowing tackle. That's underwhelming, it can't even increase its own defense anymore. I went ahead and caught a Nidoran male in Pokemon Yellow since it learns double kick because Pikachu really can't do anything in this battle. Onix, you know, is Onix. It's not gonna take much damage from any normal type move, and Pikachu can only have quick attack at this point. And yeah, that just means our best bet is having a Nidoran use a fighting type move. Or Mankey if you felt like catching one of those instead. Onix is level 12, rock ground type, knowing the moves Tackle, Screech, Bite, and Bind. He has the same items in Pokemon Yellow as in Red and Blue, so really, it's just a matter of dealing with this Onix. And unfortunately, despite the fact that it's 2 levels lower, Onix is a lot more annoying in this game because of Bind. So, we just can't attack. It's just gonna keep using Bind. And it keeps going. And it keeps going. Oh, no it doesn't, it uses Bide, okay. That's actually a bad thing, though. We're gonna be doing quite a bit with this, so... Okay. If it has a 3-turn Bide... We're not faster is the issue here. So it's not attacking because of Bide, but it is faster. I know it's faster. There is a chance that it just attacks when I press the fight button. So the smart play would be to switch into Pikachu and let Pikachu take the hit. Get him! Pikachu! Alright. Oh! Okay, good job, Pikachu! You lived! You get to live, good job. Nidoran male's got this. Screech! Oh, that's bad. If it uses Bind now, then... Okay, it got greedy. That's good. This was a slightly more challenging fight against Brock than we had before, because partial trapping moves suck in Generation 1. Nidoran grew to level 14? That's good. I took you for granted. As proof of your victory, here's the Boulder Badge. That's an official Pokemon League badge. Its bearer's Pokemon become more powerful. The technique Flash can now be used anytime. Wait, take this with you. Same TM. And we know all this. We know. Brock, I know. There are all kinds of trainers in the world. Some raise Pokemon for fights, some see them as pets. I'm in training to become a Pokemon breeder. If you take your Pokemon training seriously, go visit the gym in Cerulean and test your abilities. It's a reference to the anime where Brock wants to be a Pokemon breeder. He will not say that in Pokemon Red and Blue. And since we've gotten Bide and the Boulder Badge in both the games now, let's talk about more specifically what these things do. So, the Boulder Badge allows the move Flash to be used outside of battle. That doesn't matter right now, we aren't going to have that for a while. But it also increases the attack stat of every Pokemon in your party by 25%. This is applied after looking at the stat, so you just add that percentage to the move, and that's how you calculate what its actual attack stat is. Now, after Bide is selected, the user won't be able to move for 2 to 3 turns, chosen randomly, though you can still switch out if you realize it's not going to work out. Afterwards, the user will deal damage equal to twice the damage received while charging. Bide is calculated as a typeless move, so it will hit Ghost and Rock-type Pokemon neutrally. It also bypasses accuracy checks, meaning it will hit no matter what, even during the semi-invulnerable turns that certain moves grant. On top of that, falling asleep, becoming frozen, being trapped, or flinching will only pause the timer, not completely stop it. With that though, that's all we really had to do in yellow, so back to blue version. With that done, I think it's worth heading to the Pokemart to restock real quick. With the prize money from that battle, we can afford to, so yeah. I want to pick up a few Pokeballs. Just 5, that's all I can really afford. And a couple potions as well. We're about to leave Pewter City. It's been a long time coming, and by that I mean we've been here for a single episode, but that's fine. Next time on Pokemon Red and Blue and Yellow and Stadium, Pokemon Blue. Notice! Thieves have been stealing Pokemon fossils at Mount Moon. Please call Pewter Police with any info. There's no police department here, so Lord knows who they are. But next time on Pokemon Red and Blue, we're going to be heading out of Pewter City towards Mount Moon, where there are apparently thieves. And also moonstones, but what's the use of those? See you guys then.